right, so GB actually was let's see here. Yeah, GBPUSD. Let's take a look at that. Just make sure it stops screen. Let's go to share my screen. All right, so GBPUSD, because I went over this last night about around was at 6, because I went live at 6. 30, well, actually went live later on. It was actually about around 8:39. But last night I went over GBPUSD and I drew this zone because it actually was a really respected area. That kind of acted as an area of a support. So I went ahead and I drew this here, and I mean, you can see market literally came into this zone and then reacted off of this, and then it's going to go up and take this liquidity. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be crazy. But market went up, took out, like I said, or not took out, but it's getting ready to take out this liquidity here. Last time I actually looked at this, got a little bit of pips and 62 pips on this. And let me see something here. Give me 1 second. Let me see something here. Okay, cool. But yeah, so okay, back to what I was saying. So yes, market last night when I marked this up, I seen that it came into here, bought up, came into here, bought up, was in here, right here, bought up, came into here again. And of course, when I marked this last night, I was looking forward to coming in here and then buy back up, which it did exactly that, which is that's great. That is really smooth. Right here, let me see something. Let me see something. Yeah, so let me check the news real quick. Sorry about that. I had a huge pause. But yeah, so let me check the news, see what's going on with the US dollar right now. So nothing's really going on today with the US dollar from what I can see. Hold on, let me see. Let me go and see plus, no, not that. Yeah, so I don't really see anything that sticks out for today. Let me go to USD, see what's going on. Oh, and if you guys don't know, there's a breaking news legend over here on the Forex Factory. It literally will tell you like what each folder means. See, it has red folder, high impact, orange folder, medium impact, and then obviously yellow folder, low impact. So those are things that will really help you guys to kind of understand like what is going to affect the market, or how each folder will correspond with affecting the market and everything like that. So let me go back to GU. Let me go back to GU. So, like I said on GU, there's really no news at all. So really, to be honest with you, like normal market conditions for like the USD pairs, which are pretty much the pairs I'm going to go over today, anyways, or at least this morning, and then later on at 6:30, I'll be going over the same things to see how to play out. But this right here, this is definitely a good uptrend move right here. So, and then of course you have this liquidity as a target here. So let me mark this up because this actually is looking like a third wave. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna go up here, and then yes, this is definitely a third wave. Potentially it can go up and take out this high and grab this liquidity, kind of go down, and then continue to go higher into here, and then kind of take this out here because this purple box here is also liquidity. So like if you can get like a retest, maybe somewhere around like these respected areas, which this is right here, this area right here. Let me take this off. This area came in here, bought up, came up here, over here, bought up. So I like this area. I like this area for buyers to come back into. So, or we can do that. We can use the zone, or we can go ahead and use the Fibonacci. So with that, again, just kind of, if the wave was to end here, then we'll take this, measure out this wave. All right, so retracement level is here. So let me take this box off. Let's just say that this third wave is completed. Let's just say that it is. Right, we're not saying it is, but let's just say it is. For an example, then this will be your retracement zone. This will be your buy zone right here. So probably in between these two price points. Normally I do the top because sometimes it doesn't go all the way in the box. So I'll do like here, and then I'll go ahead and give me like a limit going. But other than that, I don't really see. Obviously, this is just an example, but let's wait to see how this plays out and see if this goes up to take out this liquidity right here, and then we can kind of look to see if this kind of come lower, and then go into our zone, and then continue to go higher from that. this off. Um, and feel free to like leave a comment if you're actually on here watching or something like that. Don't just be watching. Alright, so that's on GU. So so honestly, y'all, like, to be honest with y'all, like I do like this area right here. I do like this area right here. Let's pull that. I like this area. If it does retrace down to come in here, if, as I said, if, keywords if, see it's going up here, of course, whatever, drops down, and then continues to go higher for the continuation of the third wave, and then drops back down, and then goes up. Oops. I'm gonna delete this right here so you guys aren't confused. All right. There it goes. I fixed it. So yeah, I like something like this will work for me. And I'll take this zone too. And this is like in between the price points of so what is this? This is, gosh, I hate when it just doesn't show like. Okay, so in between like in between 23648 and 23814. That is the zone that I like to buy. If it retraces down, now if it continues to go up, like if it goes up, right? Just pay attention. If this goes up to take out this liquidity, this is just like not even valid anymore. But I want this to come down into here for you guys to actually buy it. Because if it continues to go up, then it's like it's pointless to wait for it to come back in here. It's pointless. Because the point is you want to let this retrace down a little bit, get a good entry point, and then let it go up and then take this out, because you can use this as a target. This is 24229. So yeah, 24229. I can't even talk. That is a target point. Now, of course, that's a target point if this comes and retraces down into here, but we'll see what it does. But regardless, we know that this whole impulsive move right here is a third wave. This from here on up is a third wave. So we're just waiting to see what this is gonna do, and let's check like a higher time frame. Let's check like the 1 hour, see what that's doing. So higher time frame, 1 hour. Okay, so we can see that this goes up, has a pullback, goes up again, has a pullback. Well, actually no, here pullback, here again pullback, here again. So this has taken out, pretty much did its entire trend, entire 5 waves. It looks like. I'm gonna mark that too. Yeah, so this is what that's looking like. And then so it looks like it went down. It looks like it's going to try to go back up. So to be honest with you, I feel like this is actually going to have a continuation up to either have an extended third wave, and then maybe we can move forward here, or have an extended 5th wave, and then we can just leave this like it is already. So So yeah, so far everything's lined up for GU. Just keep in mind, I think I'm back to 5 minute. Keep in mind that price, this price range right here. Keep this in mind. So we want the market to do what it's doing now. We're traced down into here and go ahead and get a buy-in. And this is the liquidity, so this is also a target. So we can be targeting this. Now, if it goes lower, right? If it goes lower than this this zone, I can definitely tell you guys another area that I'll be looking for to buy. Yeah, this is right. So let's go here. Let's go back down. So another key price point is the 618. So that's going to be right here at 23496. So 23496, that is a good second entry. So this will be like, obviously you want it to come in here. This is the gist of what we want it to do, and we can go ahead and buy it. But if it just does continue to go up, then just disregard that. Just don't even bother, because it'd be already gone. But if we can get this to come into here, we can buy. Or if we can get this to touch this 23496, then that would be a good entry point for continuation going upwards. Take out this liquidity and so forth. So let's take a look at AUDUSD. So AUDUSD, I had marked this up too. Let me go delete this. I definitely have marked this up. This is your new low right here, because I had marked this up already. And then this is going to be your third wave is going to be extended here. Fourth wave is going to be here, and this whole thing is your fifth wave. This whole thing, man, can you imagine if I would have saw this? See how many pips that is. Let's go to line position. Well, damn near 100 pips off of this whole move right here. That's crazy. So yeah, for AUDUSD. For AUDUSD, I'm gonna be honest, like I'm gonna wait for this one to actually come into a decent area for sellers, because it went up like crazy. Like all of this, it went up like crazy. And so I'm gonna be patient on AUDUSD and then kind of wait for some sellers to come in, and then kind of take it from there. Because to be honest with you, from where it's at now, because it definitely looks like it's already did like all of its like 5 waves. Yeah, so this is definitely gonna look to fall out of the sky here in a second. I wonder if there's any. Let's see here. Did it take this out? I'm about to check. I'm pretty sure actually it did take this out. Okay. So guys, liquidity was once here. Let me pull this down at 6758 or 675586. That was where liquidity was at, but it took that out, so that's no longer there. So let's delete that. We don't care anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait to see what AUDUSD does, because let's go to the bigger time frame. Let's see what's doing in the day chart, because I want to see how this is actually gonna play out. All right, so buyers are evident on AUDUSD because on this day chart, it looks like to me that this isn't a correction right now. See, it's already had its 1, 2, its third wave, fourth wave, and its fifth wave. It went down for A, went up for that B, and now it's gonna, well, not now, but it's gonna go up for B. That's the gist. And then let me delete this too. Delete this. Let's pull this up. Show you guys how I got this zone right here. Let's extend this out. So, alright, so, alrighty. Alright, so this is how I got my zone. I just dragged it from the high a little back up to the high. And got this zone right here, this box. So, I'm gonna make this like a darker, like that. Let's draw this. So yeah, on AUDUSD, to be honest with y'all, like I like buyers right now. Look at how like this one risk to reward ratio is just like one candlestick. That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense because it's a day chart, but still, I thought that was funny. So yeah, so buyers for AUDUSD, buyers for GBPUSD, and then I gave the price points for that as well. Let me go back to GBPUSD real quick. Yeah, so for like I said, for GBPUSD, like we really want this to come down into here. I want it to come into here to then buy it, going up to capture this liquidity out. So if this does come into this box, I want to like look at and see how much, see what this would actually look like. If this was to hit like, let's just say like the middle of this box, going up here to take this liquidity out. So yeah, this is like from like the middle of this box all the way up. This is a 57 pip move, and of course we're not gonna have our stop way out there. But yeah, 57 pips off of this. If this does react off of this zone here, and then yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I just like how this would, if it does, would come down into here and then go back up, take out that high. I just like that whole idea. But this is what we want. We want to come into here, and then this is this 23496. That is like a backup zone area. Or not a zone, but a backup price point. So if it does come lower, then we can look for it to come to hit this price point, or look to hit this price point here. Keep this in mind, like if you are in a limit, or if you're in a trade at all, and you see that this has just taken out all of this, and then it continues to go to this 38% or this 23%. Me personally, like looking at it, if it dropped that low, I would like look to get out. I mean, I'm not saying that would happen, but when I see like something like let's say if it was a drop, right, takes all of this out somehow, some way, that tells me that this is probably going to go up in here and then go down and take out that low point. And what does that look like? That's a correction. How do I know that that will be a correction? Is it would surpass the key levels 6 week and the 50% level. It will surpass that. Because see, if retracement is meant to come in touch a 618 and a 50%, right? If it looks to do something like this, right, to then go higher, if it goes lower than that, then maybe you should reconsider if that's a retracement or not, because a retracement comes into here. A retracement doesn't come into here or here, or not. Oh, actually, it does come in here, but if retracement doesn't come into here and it's orange shaded, or it doesn't come into here, because if it comes to these levels, it's like, yeah, you might want to look at if that's an A wave or a B wave or whatever you're looking at. But 9 times out of 10, if it comes into here, you have a retracement, and then you can go ahead and buy on the way up. And that's just for any currency pair. But for this one right now, we want this to drop down to this box to then buy it back up to go ahead and take out this liquidity up here. Since buyers are evident on GBPUSD and AUDUSD, that just tells me that USD is kind of like weak right now. Let's take a look at EURUSD. What's that doing? All right. So I also went over EURUSD last night. So if you missed that, here's a recap of this. So we have liquidity up here because this hasn't been taken out, of course, these highs. This is also, we call a double top, right? A double top is, of course, it's a double top. Like you see it looks like a twin peak kind of, right? So or twin peak, like two little mountaintop. I'll say that, right? It looks like that. That's what we call a double top. And it's the same area twice, but neither one of these areas have been taken out. So that is a liquidity target. The market will look to take that out. So with that being said, my goal for this last night was to see if this will go down to maybe take this out to then go higher, but it didn't do that. So this overall right here played out like, what is this? This was like 139 pips. Okay. But yeah, so this played out like 139 pips before it actually bought up again. And so this, what I'm looking at for as far as like a key level, I actually want to say like it's gonna be kind of close. It's gonna be real close, actually. Yeah, I do like this. Maybe market come into here. Let me go ahead and delete this little thing right here. So if markets continue to slow down, coming into here, goes up, take out that liquidity. Yeah, that's what I'm liking right there. Yeah, I like that. So EURUSD is like the closest one that we have so far. We're gonna wait and see what this does. I'm waiting to see what this does. Either we can do that, or let me use the fib to my advantage. So yeah, lowest I see this going. Key levels. So for EURUSD, this box right here, I either buy it here or these levels here in between 1.8423 or 1.08326. So of course, if we can get this to drop down into here, you could buy, or like I said, in between 1.8423 or 1.08326. I feel like the likelihood of it dropping into here is like kind of like a in between. But I just watch it and see what it's gonna do. I'm not gonna like rush anything. Cause either way it goes, I'm in a way, and it's like, okay, I have a backup plan for everything. It's like, okay, if it comes in here, we can buy. If it continues to go lower, we can buy in here, or we can watch and see what it does in here. So it's kind of like you're not going anywhere kind of thing. Oh, and then another like way, or not another way, but because I know like somebody probably might ask like how I know like the zones. Well, like up here, this one up here is kind of like the obvious one, because obviously this hasn't been taken out yet, and that's just obvious one. But over here, like how I know like this is like a good area, or a good zone, is because like see the market came in here, it bought up. We can see the market came into here and it kind of reacted off of this, or went down or whatever. But here you can see it dropped, it fell in here, bought up, and it just has a really good reaction off of this area. And you're just looking to see like, does this really have a good reaction of what you want for the market to do off of that particular zone. And of course, I'm not gonna like go into detail like all the way over here, because we're not worried about it all the way over here. I mean, you could look over there. Like, if we was to like extend this out, if we was to extend this out, I mean, like buyers came in over here, which is kind of crazy, because what we want it to do is to come in here and buy back up. It came in here over here, it bought back up, and then also hit this this high point, which is the target that we want to be taken out. So, I mean, that's that. Let's see what this is doing. All right, USD JPY. Yeah, USD JPY. That looks kind of iffy, but let me go back and check the day chart. I think we'll be looking at so. Actually, no. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. Yeah, let's look for buyers on USD JPY. Yeah, buyers definitely buys on USD JPY. Actually, yeah, let me go to the 5-minute chart. Looks like a trend right there. Could be a trend right there, actually. So that's what. Yep, buyers. Dang, this candle look. Dang, look at this candle. That's a strong buying candle. So let's see here. Trying to find. Let me go back. EURUSD. What is that doing? Oh, this thing is about to take off without us. I just feel it in my soul. Let me see something. Oh, and then just a reminder, tag me in your IG stories on Instagram. Tag me in your stories on Instagram. Be in the next giveaway. That's all you have to do. Here. And this is a $200 giveaway, by the way. $200 could help somebody. I mean, I'm just saying. Let's see here. Dang, I feel like I'm really gonna wait to see what EURUSD is gonna do. Cause I really feel like this is gonna come into here. It's like, they just playing the waiting game. That's all. But let's go over gold. I don't know if anybody is gonna trade gold, but I'm pretty sure gold is gonna be buying up too. Because pretty much all of this is why trading the USD pairs comes in handy, because you get pretty much the majority of like the same setups or the same kind of setups. Let's see here. So right here in this area, we got a lot of rejection. Yeah, right here, there's some kind of form. This is a good zone for rejection. This is definitely a good zone for that. And oh wow, and then of course, if I was to drag this over, let me pull this down just a little bit. Yeah, this is a good area for buyers. I mean, it has some sellers coming in over here. You see buyers coming back in like crazy. You see it comes down, gets some rejection, going back up, and then it just never comes back. Yeah, of course right here in this area you have sellers coming in, but that's probably a correction of the market. So if this does come into this zone here, price point here, and then you could also use the fib. So if you use the fib to measure this out, see how there goes. All right, cool, bet. So let's do another zone or another price point. Important price point will be here, and then you have another one. Let's pull this up here. So you gotta have 4 different price points. What for gold at least? I would want this to. So it's buying up, okay, cool, whatever. Go into here, buy back up, or come into here, buy back up, or come into here and buy back up. In this area, like in this area right here, like all of this, any of this, buyers, I'm telling y'all, like and whenever it buys back up, it's going to go up, take this out, take out this high. So I'm gonna wait to see if a bit of sellers are gonna come in. Or gold. Oh, excuse me. Yup. Watch. Watch. I think definitely gonna like fall into here. Really, in either of these places. All right, let's go back to. See how it's kind of like trying to go in there, but it hasn't done it yet, but it's trying to. I don't think I did that one. This is definitely going to go down, yo. Like, this is going to have some kind of retracement. So, if I was to mark this up 1 through 5, well, there obviously isn't a 4 and a 5 yet. But I see my 1 here, see my pullback. Yeah, third wave for sure. Maybe 4 comes down here. Obviously, we get 5, take out the high or everything. But let's use the fib to see where 4 could potentially go to. So as far as like for this, let me see here. Let's go and click on. Really like kind of like where I drew it out. That's actually kind of crazy. But so yeah, 0.618 or not 0.6, but yeah, the 618 and the 50% here, and that gives you. Let me mark this. This is going to sell off into here. I guarantee it. So we're going to get some sellers on these USD pairs. I mean, buyers are strong, but Oh, and then just so you know, also for the Fibonacci, like, because you got some people that don't know, like the retrace, like the differences between the retracement levels and then like the levels that like you would look for, like obviously for the next move to continue to go to. So like if you're looking for the market to buy up and then sell off, or if you're looking for the market to sell off and then buy up, stuff like that. So like for this one, for example, like if I was just like wait or whatever, I would want the market to sell off, come into here, and then buy back up, right? Well, on the Fib, I have my 100% level, which is here, right, as a target. Why? Because this is the high. So that is a target. You have your 1.618, that's another target. 9 times out of 10, it might hit this 1.618, that's 100%, well, I don't want to say 100% of the time, but like 85 to 90% of the time, it's going to hit this 1.618. But we know based off of marking and stuff like this, 1 through 5, we know that this is a high point, so that has to be taken out regardless. So it only makes sense for this 100% on the Fib to be a target, right? Now, if you were to do this the opposite way, like let's just say you're trying to measure out a sell off move, then you would do something like this. So like let's just say we're trying to predict the direction to come in. Well, if 5 lands here, then we're just going to measure out the length of 5. Just go like this, drag this down, and mind you, this is actually almost like, I don't want to say like look into the future, but it's kind of, you're using this to your ability. Like you're really using this to help you to strategize within the market, because if you know that, hey, 5 is here, measure this out, right? Where's your retracement level? Your retracement level is here, right? So you get a box, you can draw that, something like this, or let me pull this back in. And now with this box, right? Check this out. With this box, what you can do is, if you know that, hey, your A wave or whatever, or your next correctional wave is gonna drop into here, you get your Fib again, and then you pretty much are gonna drag it. So I'm gonna actually draw this out too, so you guys can see how I did this. Where's that? Okay, here we go. So let's just say A is gonna come in here, B will come into here, right? And then obviously you're gonna drop like that, right? But oops, what's up? Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. But let me take this off. All right, so you have where your A or your next impulsive move will drop down into, right? And you got this zone by using the Fib, because it's your 618 and your 50%, right? So with that being said, you could actually use this to your advantage and say, okay, cool. So from here, how do I measure out a buy impulsive move? You do the same thing. You grab your Fibonacci, trend based, and you drag it up to the top and then drag it back down to the bottom, right? And obviously you're gonna want this to come into your zone, your 618 and your 50% levels. Now, the thing about this is, if you're doing it this way, you are wanting the market to retrace and then, obviously go back down. how I just did this, like just like this right here, don't do this. This is wrong. This is what you don't want to do. What you want to do is, hold on, let me get it again. What you want to do, we want the next impulsive move to actually go down, right, out of correction, because this is the correction pattern. Goes down, goes up, fails to take out this high, and then goes down and take out this low point. So how we get this to actually make sense is we drag this from the bottom of this to the top, right? Oops, I did it wrong again. We drag this to the top of this, to the bottom, and then back up to the top. Right? So what that does is let's just say obviously how we got our sell impulsive move going down, and obviously from that we have our 50 and our 618 levels for a retracement. This is our retracement. This is what we want the market to come into to then sell back down. So just how I showed you guys here how it will make sense for the market to hit the 100% levels and the 1.618, and you want the market to go down. Market will come into here, right? Because when it goes the opposite direction, that is a retracement. If it goes in the opposite way, that is a retracement, right? So it goes in the opposite direction. It doesn't sell off. It buys back up and it sells off. But this 100%, because that is the low, right, is a target. It's 1.618 is also a target from the Fibonacci. So it's just kind of like making sense of everything. Like I'll actually show you guys like on a wave right quick. Let me delete this. And actually I'm gonna check was it EURUSD real quick. See how that's doing. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Gotta type it right. EURUSD. Ain't did nothing yet. All right, cool. So back to AUDUSD. All right, so I'm gonna leave those price points up. I'm gonna delete this box. So like this right here. Right, this right here, you have an impulsive move going up, and you have an impulsive move going down. Let's take this and drag this down like that, right? So of course, let's just say, obviously we can see that this doesn't come into our 618 or our 50%, but that's completely okay. We ain't tripping off that. This is an example anyways. But let's just say that this actually did come into here, right, to then buy back up. Obviously, if it comes into here, this is your retracement level. This is your retracement key level. You want the market to sell off into here, to then buy back up and take out these highs. Again, your 100% level is your target. 1.618 is your target. So target here. And if the market has news and you know that the market has news and it just, obviously you know that the news is going to just take it like to the moon somewhere, this right here, 2.618 can also be a target. So you have all of these target points on this fib, and it's crazy because a lot of people don't know how you get price points, and the fib literally gives you every single price point. All you have to do is pretty much know how to use it. That's it. Damn, it actually hit 3.618 too. That's crazy. So after, let's just say obviously this hits the 1.618, right? So Hits your 1.618, cool bet. Use that as a target. Now I'm gonna make that orange, right? So I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna get another fib. I'm like, yo, the same thing I did over here, I'm gonna do right here. If the wave ends here, I'm gonna measure it up, drag it back down. All right, there's 3 impulsive moves in a trend, 1 through 5. This is this orange line is the end of your third impulsive move. You want a retracement, and then you want another impulsive move to finish out the trend, right? So watch this. Where's the retracement level? The retracement level is right here, right? So market would, let me go to there. Okay, cool. Hits here, right? Retracement level goes back up. But what did I say? The 100% level is a target, and the 1.618 is a target. So you're like, yo, if it passes, it has to take this out, because this is the end of the last wave. So this 100% is like a given. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to hit this 1.618, and you can use that as a target. And it gives you the price right here. It gives you the numbers. So now after that, let me delete this. After that, you're waiting for, because obviously this is your, you have your 1, your 2, your 3 comes to this orange line, and then let's just say your 5 goes to where I drew my arrow at, right? So I'm gonna take these off too, so you guys are not like confused or not like that. All right, so let's take this off. All right, cool. So before the wave comes down, before the wave goes up, right? You're waiting for your A and your B to come in. Right over there. Waiting for your A and your B come in, right? A goes down. You want it to come into your 6.8 or your 50% level, right? So you have if you measure out your 5th wave, you can get where A is going to go to. Now, if a retracement goes to your 50% and your 6.8, then that must mean if it goes past that, it's a what? It's a correction. It has to mean, because it just doesn't make any sense if it isn't. Like a retracement goes like this. But if you get something like this, that's not a pullback anymore. That's not a retracement no more. That's a correction. Don't be fooled. Don't be I swear, it happened to me so many times. Like, I would be fooled because I would literally be trading. I would be like, yo, I thought this was a retracement, and then it would literally go I'm gonna draw it on my fib, or I'm gonna use my fib. Like, it'll literally let's just say I go like this, right? It'll literally it'll go low like this. Like, I'll be having this draw drawn up right here, and it'll just skyrocket past there. I'm like, yeah, I'm still trading like it's a buy. It's still trending, but it's not trending no more, because obviously this is surpassed the levels that we wanted to actually come into. We wanted to come into here for the best opportunity, and if it passes those levels, then it's kind of not even valid anymore. It just don't make sense to even partake in that. trade no more or whatever. Unless you just want to just go in for a sell, because obviously, like I said, like if it passes like this 23%, if it passes that, now you know you're in a correction, because that is a wave. That market goes down for a, it goes like, your A, obviously your B, and then your C. A normal trend, you're gonna see pullbacks, aka retracements. A normal trend, but in a correction, you're gonna see this just skyrocket past the actual normal retracement level onto like maybe 23%, maybe 100%, and then go back up. So like if we got like something like, take this off. All right, cool, we good. I had to check that real quick to make sure it wasn't leaving nothing. So you got your A, you got your B, your C, right? So how do we get A? We measure our fifth wave. So let's just say this is an imaginary fifth wave right here. Measuring our fifth wave, and we're like, okay, cool, bet. So this is our fifth wave, and then now, mind you, well, let's just say B. Let's just put B right here, right? So we measure out our fifth wave, right? And we measure this out, and we know that measuring out, let me actually get like there has to be something I can use. Actually, I'll just use this. So yeah, this is our fifth wave, right? And we want this to come down to 20%. So this is the 23%, right? Does it come into the 23%? Yes, it does. So let's put this here. Let's just pretend this actually came to the 20%, right? Now, so you got like, okay, 23% or lower, 23% or lower for your A wave. So it comes into this 20% level, right? And you only knew that because you measured out 5. That's how you got that. And now what happens is you get a normal retracement, right? A normal retracement for B. So where your retracement is go? Retracement goes up into your 1.618. I'm not sure what 1.618. Your 618, and then your 50%. So it's potentially going to hit here, right? So you drag this up, right, and then it comes into here and then buys back down. So in a way, by you measuring like maybe like your fifth wave, just your fifth wave, you technically can get like an idea at where the market is going to go to next. So all you have to do is just kind of piece it all together, and it all kind of works in your favor. That's how you finesse the market. So like this that I just drew out, the only thing that I measured out was my fifth wave. I just took it from the bottom of this, where the wave started, to the high, back down to the low, right? And by doing that, I got potentially where my A wave can go, which was right here at the 23%, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. Now, from this, right? From this, I want to measure out A. How do I measure out A? I go from the bottom of it. I go from the top of it, right? Like, let me get this. So I will go like this. Like that. So the reason why I did this, I did it like this, and I'm gonna like take this out. I'm actually gonna drag this like right next to this so you guys can see. So yeah, so I measure out my fifth wave. I got where my A wave will go. I measured out my A wave, I got where my B wave would go, right? So once I got that, I'm like, okay, cool, bet. So figuring out where each thing will go next is pretty simple. It's pretty easy, like, because it literally gives you everything, right? So like this 100% level, right? That's a target. Why? Because that's the low. What does C do? It takes out the low. So I'll go like here. And then that's that. Now, some people might buy off of this 23%. You know, they can get like a little scalping off of the correction and be decent for the day. And they'll know like where this will go, because obviously you have this same zone, your 50%, your 618. The only thing you're doing is you're dragging it the opposite way. So you did this going up, you're gonna do this going down. You did your fifth wave going up because it's going up, and you measure out to get B. You're gonna, since this wave is going down, you're gonna measure it going down. So I went down over here, I went up over here, I went down over here, up over here, and crazy enough. Crazy enough, like I'm gonna draw this like that. All right, comes in here, goes down. Now, you're, like I said, your 100% is like an off rip automatic target. Or 1.618 is also a target because it will definitely most likely hit that point. So if you set that, it's a little target right here. But definitely, like, leave a comment though if like some of this is making some kind of sense to you though. Like if you just kind of understand just a little bit how I just did this, because this is going to help you lots when it comes down to figuring this out right here, at least this part. Oh, it's still not going nowhere. It's still not going anywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna like leave this here. If somebody wanna take a picture of it, whatever. Let me see something. And I'll be right back, y'all. So yeah, like this, like what I just did here is the same thing I'll do for like the trend. I'll do the exact same thing. Let me. Yeah, that thing trying to leave. That thing is trying to leave. Yeah, and if y'all missed it, I wanted EURUSD to do. I wanted this to buy in, or not buy. I wanted this to sell into here, and then I wanted it to then go up to take out this liquidity. Because if I zoom out, these are like equal highs right here. Like these highs have not been taken out, so I can see like those highs aren't being taken out. So I'm like, bet I'm trying to take advantage of that. That's liquidity right there, because it's like a, what do I call it? Like a double top. This is what we call like a double top, or like I say, equal highs. But the reason is liquidity is because, of course, the market is always going to look to take out highs and lows. So it just depends on like which direction you're actually looking for the market to go in. So like for us, like obviously this is a huge drop. So this can't be nothing but a correction. That's why I marked this up like this. And then we get a new uptrend, which what did it do? It brought up. And so one zone I was looking for this to come into was here. But if it buys up and takes out this liquidity, like before, obviously if it buys up and it takes this out off a rip, then these zones aren't gonna matter anymore. Like it just doesn't matter, because this is our target point. Now if it comes into here, we can buy, or if it comes into these two, in between these two areas, we can buy. So and I obviously have the price points over here. 1.08423 and then 1.08326. So in between those price points, I would personally buy that. If it comes into here, I would buy it. Now, if it comes into here and this continues to drop, then now you have a backup plan, because you always need a backup plan. So it comes in here, you can buy that, or you can get like a second entry point, whatever like that. But so far, it's like really trying to like leave. I'm not gonna chase nobody. I'm not gonna chase the market. Like it's a person. I'm not gonna chase nobody. And if y'all have like any questions too, leave them in the chat box, in the live chat box thing. All right, so let's go to the news. And I also mentioned earlier, by the way, for like a news on Forest Factory, like it literally gives you like a breaking news legend. So it literally tells you like, okay, like the red folder means high impact, orange folder means medium impact, yellow folder means low impact. And then it literally like tells you like, okay, like this, depending on what the news is, it's gonna have market movement potential, depending on what the information is. So right here is how you tell like the difference between like each folder and all that. So we go back up. I see red folder. Anyways, so I'm gonna keep a lookout for for this is EURUSD, and then I'll keep a lookout for AUDUSD. I'll also keep a lookout for AUDUSD as well. Yeah, I'll keep a lookout for that too. 1, 2, 3. This is the third wave, so let me see something. Yeah, so that's actually looking nice. But anyway, I will catch y'all at tonight. Alright, tonight. I said at tonight. I will catch y'all tonight at 6:30. And I'll be leaving some updates in the Telegram chat if you're in the chats. Some updates. Let y'all know what's going on. If I'm taking anything and all that kind of stuff.